Hello, this is a quick review video on the main important parts of Judaism. You should already be familiar with this, but this is just a review. Let's go ahead and get started. Major beliefs. The most distinctive, unique feature about Judaism is that they are the first ones to be monotheistic, meaning they believe in one God. Their God originally was called Yahweh, although now they refer to him as just God or her, God. Everyone is equal before God, which also made the Jews unique in terms of men and women, rich, poor, it didn't matter. The last thing I want to highlight here is that Israel is the promised land. The Jews believe that this is their homeland. However, Israel, the kingdom of Israel, can also be referred to as a person, and that has to do with Jacob. We're going to talk about that in a moment. There are three major branches of Judaism. I just want you to be familiar with these words. You have Orthodox, or very, very conservatives, and Reform Jews. Most Jews today fall into the conservative or Reform branches. Orthodox is a little bit more rare. People of Israel, or just Israelites, these are the descendants of Abraham through his son Isaac and Jacob. Jacob is going to have his name changed to Israel, which means he who prevails with God. Jacob, or Israel, has 12 sons, and these 12 sons become the 12 tribes of Israel, which make up the main population of Jews. Their two main texts are the Torah, which you can see there's an example to the right here, and also the Talmud. That's an interpretation of Jewish law, kind of like a commentary, a book that you would read alongside the Torah. History of the Jews, some important people to know. Abraham being the patriarch or the founder of Judaism. He is also going to lead into Christianity and Islam. We can all trace the three great monotheistic religions back to Abraham. He creates a covenant with God, or an agreement. So he is the first to recognize Yahweh as the one and only God. In response to that, God promises Abraham that his descendants shall number the stars of the sky in the heavens, or the number of grains of sand on the beach. In other words, they'll be numerous. Exodus is the escape of the Israelites led by Moses out of Egypt. That happens under Ramses the Great, Ramses II. You can read the 10 plagues. You don't need to know all of them. However, the last one is the most important, that the death of the firstborn son. Ramses II, his son, dies, and he allows the Jews to leave. Passover celebrates this event. Two kings, King David, who defeats Goliath, and also King Solomon. King Solomon is more important because he establishes the real kingdom of Israel, and he's going to build the Temple of Solomon. There's kind of a reconstruction diagram to the right. This is the holiest place for Jews on earth because it is the center place of God where he actually dwells, and it's also where they kept the Ark of the Covenant, the ones that house the 10 Commandments. After Solomon dies, we're going to split into two parts. The kingdom of Judah, being one of the 12 tribes of Israel, has Jerusalem. That will be conquered by our favorite Chaldean king, Nebuchadnezzar, and that establishes the Babylonian captivity. The Western, or the Wailing Wall, is the only wall that's part of the original Temple of Solomon. It's the holiest place for Jews to come and pray, which you can see here in the pictures. Finally, the Jews will stay in Israel until it's destroyed by the Romans, until the temple is destroyed by the Romans. After that, we call it the diaspora. That's where Jews scatter throughout Europe. where they will stay until currently, but they will be severe anti-Semitism, and the Holocaust will begin a movement back to establish the nation or the state of Israel in 1948. Okay, that's all you need to know. Make sure you got your notes, and we'll see you soon.